problem in New York State. Squatters are able to use legal loopholes that allow them to live rent-free while the lengthy eviction process plays out in court. Deanna, 2 weeks ago, you featured a Dansville man who's been trying to kick a guy out of his house for months.
That is exactly right, Brett. His name is Zach Alford. In April, legislators passed a bill that's designed to help homeowners just like Zach. The law makes clear that squatters are not renters, giving the judges authority to kick them out more quickly. So how's that working out for homeowners? For answers, we followed Zach Alford to court.
Mr. Alford, please raise your right hand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this matter?
Yes, sir.
At long last, Zach Alford is finally getting his day in court. He's trying to kick this man out of his Dansville home.
There was somebody living there, a squatter. That person, Mr. Priestley, did not have permission by the prior owner, which would be my uncle, and then also didn't have permission by me, the new owner.
Zach bought this house for his young family in June, but couldn't move in. That's because Mike Priestley, a level 2 sex offender, was already living there. All agree that Priestley initially was an invited guest of Zach's father, Bob Alford.
He came to him and was, crying, I have nowhere to go, I have nowhere to go. And my dad, felt sorry for him, so he said, yeah, hey, you can come here and stay for a few nights.
Zach says after several weeks, his father was ready to kick Priestley out, but he didn't get the chance. On December 3rd, Bob Alford died suddenly in a car crash. Bob's brother owns the home and says for months he also tried to kick out Priestley, but he refused to leave, even listing the address as his residence on the New York Sex Offender Registry.
So I understand the basis of your complaint.
Zach told the judge that when he bought the house from his uncle, he, too, tried to get Priestley out.
I've offered this man money to move. I've offered him help to move.
And he called police, telling them that Priestley was a squatter. But by law, a judge must decide whether Priestley is a squatter or a renter, requiring Zach to bear the time and expense of taking Priestley to court.
The police can't do anything about his vandalism, can't do anything about his destruction because it's civil matter is what I keep getting told.
Zach claims that not only has Priestley refused to leave,
there's garbage everywhere, right?
But also has damaged the home from floor to ceiling. Is this Mike Priestley?
Yes.
Priestley refused to talk to me on camera, but by phone insisted that he is not a squatter, paid rent to Zach's father, and after his death paid rent to Zach's uncle. I talked to his uncle.
Okay.
His uncle also says you're a squatter, and that
and
that you've been living there rent-free.
I have receipts for the rent. I have receipts for the rent.
You have receipts.
Yes,
I would
I have
love
receipts.
that then. I would love that then.
No,
Because
I'm going to show all this in court. I don't need to show you.
I explained that without receipts, it was his word against theirs. So that's why it would be so nice if you would give me receipts, because then I could prove that you have been paying your rent.
Well, I'd have to get a hold of my mother because she holds on to all those things for me. So.
You're talking on a cell phone right now. You can go to your mother's house and take pictures.
I'm busy. I mean, I took the time to stop doing what I'm doing to talk to you.
Okay, so you're too busy to go to your mother's house and take pictures of the receipts. Priestley insisted that it was he who was being treated unfairly.
It was all bully tactics, all screaming, hollering, blah, blah, blah. So there became a point of this to where, okay, I'm not going to be a nice guy. Now I'm going to sit here and I'm going to make your life hell.
But he insisted he had not caused the extensive damage to Zach's house. So if he had been nicer to you, you would have moved out.
Yeah.
You would have moved out if you were nice.
He verbally attacked me and threatens me and would threaten me, and I never even met the guy before.
And during this call, just weeks before the scheduled hearing, Priestley made a promise. If he takes this to court and the judge says that you're evicted, will you move out?
Absolutely.
But on the day of the hearing, Mike Priestley did not show up. So Zach stood alone before the judge, pleading with him to kick out his unwelcome guest.
I will say this to you. I am going to order the warrant of eviction today.
A warrant of eviction ordered by this judge. It was a victory months in the making, and Zach hopes finally to be able to make this house his home. Oh, but get this, y'all. Despite the victory, Zach and his family have not moved in. Because of some bureaucratic complications, Priestley doesn't have to be out of the house until October 1st. Until then, Zach and his family can do little more than wait. If you have a squatter on your property, there are several steps that you should take to get them out. I have instructions as well as information on your legal rights as a homeowner. Those links are in the body of this story on our website, WHEC.com.